here with Fearsome Beautiful Wellness, and I am back again with another homemade stock recipe. Today I'm going to show you guys how I make a bone broth recipe using a rotisserie chicken. Right now it's summertime, but you know, the weather's going to change soon, and I'm all about like boosting your immune system, especially during times where our systems can get compromised. No matter what point you're watching this video, I'm filming it during a time where we're dealing with a pandemic. We're dealing with COVID-19 and boosting your immune system. If you hear that, that is my dog choosing right now to drink a bunch of water. Stay hydrated. Are you done? And he's also eating some celery that I accidentally dropped in his bowl, but that's great. Anyways, one of the things that is great to boost your immune system is bone broth. It is filled with so many nutrients that you get from the bones of the chicken within the marrow. Okay, so I have taken, you could just get any rotisserie chicken. You can do your own in the Instant Pot, but I'm like, why? Have somebody else do it. It has so much flavor. You can get it at the grocery store, or one of your like specialty delis if you have one of those. But our grocery store, whether it's a Safeway or a New Seasons or a Whole Foods, is going to have a rotisserie chicken. And this is very simple to do. You can buy broth in, like I'll show you, follow me over here. You can buy broth already done for you. And this is by Pacific Foods. And you know, this has, what is in this? This is water, so mostly water, chicken, onions, carrots, celery, spices, cider vinegar, rosemary extract. Or you can make it yourself and you can control the flavors and you can really experiment and have fun. So that's what I want to show you guys today, how easy it is to use just a few simple ingredients at the store. And this would be a great sipping broth. You can also make your soups and gravies out of it, but personally what I like to do is I just heat it up slowly on the stove or in the microwave. I throw a handful of spinach in it and I pour it like in a coffee mug and I sit and I'll just sip it, and then I'll eat the spinach as wilted, and that's great iron. So delicious, and you're boosting your immune system. You're fighting off colds and flus and and it's very low calorie, full of so many vitamins and nutrients. Okay, so this is what this recipe is. And I will have all the measurements obviously for you, but it's one whole rotisserie chicken carcass. I've included also the skin, extra flavor, fat, yumminess. And there's even still some meat left on here. I took most of it off. So we got all the bones, nice good marrow in there, and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with that afterwards. Normally a recipe calls for whole garlic cloves with the skin, and then you just smash them. Well, I forgot to buy that at the store. So we're just gonna use minced garlic. You need good apple cider vinegar. I prefer Bragg's. This has the mother in it. You just shake it up. And if you're my daughter and you're drinking this, make sure you've tightened the lid before you shake it. But this is unpasteurized. This is the straight good stuff. I'm gonna add turmeric because it's helps with inflammation. Normally you use peppercorns. I don't have any, so I will have the recipe including peppercorns, but good old salt and pepper is fine. I use pink Himalayan salt. And then you want about like 5 or 6 stalks of celery chopped, about 3 carrots chopped with the skins. I'm using leeks this time because I got all of these came in my Imperfect Foods box, so I'm supporting local farmers, as well as this parsley, so a big handful of parsley, and then some rosemary, just gonna throw it in there like that, and some thyme. That's it. You can add sage, you can, oh, I also need a bay leaf. Always include a bay leaf, okay? So, and then I'm gonna throw this all in the Instant Pot, and then it's gonna cover with water. And on a bone broth, and you saw my previous video, if you haven't, go back and look at that. A vegetable broth takes about like 30 minutes. Bone broth, because we're really breaking down the marrow where all of the good nutrients are within the bones, is gonna take 1 hour to 2 hours. So it's gonna take a little bit longer. So first thing that we're gonna do is I'm going to take all my little pieces, and like the wings still have all the stuff. And so I'm gonna take all the skin and the bigger bones, I wanna chop up. I wanna break open, so I don't want the paper on there, sorry. And hopefully my dogs are already, so the marrow's in there. So you just wanna crack them open without cutting yourself. So I'm gonna get some of this meat off of here, get the knuckle exposed. You use every little bit that you can, and all that extra meat is gonna, so see that marrow right in there? That's the good stuff. Play. Okay, I'm getting all the rest of these yummy little bits. There's some marrow in there. My camera lady, my daughter, we're gonna break the wishbone. 1, 2, 3. I think this means I have good luck. I have no idea. But there's good marrow in there. You can see this. So we're gonna throw that in, okay? So then the rest is just a dump in. So I'm gonna take all my veggies. Don't get the iPad. And leeks have a really good flavor. They're just a part of the onion family. Get the parsley in there. Get the thyme and the rosemary. And I want to make sure that I could see my max line, because that's where the water is going to go up to. Okay, I'm gonna let me wash my hands really quick, because everything is slipping from that. And normally what you can do, or what I always say is save all of your veggie scraps. Keep them in a bag, like in your freezer. So every time you're peeling carrots or chopping up onions, I was like, where did my bowl go? So the skins, save all of those. There's good flavor in there. And then you can add those whenever you're making your own stock. Okay, so we need 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. This has cancer fighting agents in it. It's great for digestion. Also adds great flavor. I'm gonna put about a 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric. This will add some deeper color, as well as it helps fight inflammation. So just kind of zhuzh that on there. I add this also to my vegetable stock. A little goes a long way with this stuff, guys. And I'm gonna add some pepper. This little teaspoon represents about a 1/4 teaspoon, so I usually do about 2 of those. A good handful of salt. I'm not gonna do too much, because all that skin had all the roasting seasonings on it that the grocery store did, so you don't want your stock to be too salty. And then, of course, the garlic. And again, you can see I've had this thing, for a while. So, can never go wrong with garlic. And again, this is gonna just strain out. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna fill, get this. This is about 4 cups with water. And you can do this over the stove. If I had like the rest of the day, or if I had started this earlier, I would totally let this slow simmer over the stove. But since the invention of the Instant Pot, why? Why not free up your time? I mean, let's see. maybe like 3 more cups. You definitely do not want to overfill your Instant Pot. I've never done it, but I heard that's not a good thing. Oh, no, okay. I can't read. And the other thing is homemade broth will last about a week. Oh, geez. Okay, gotta keep going. About a week in your refrigerator, or you can freeze it. So I'm gonna fill up my mason jars. This is gonna make, I think this recipe makes about 6 cups. I think that's good. And I'll just use this spoon, kind of zhuzh around. But I am so excited because this was an herbed rotisserie chicken. And then you get your lid. You want to make sure that your valve is set to seal. Put that sucker on. Turn it to pressure. You could come over here. Oh, guys, I almost forgot the bay leaf. That's apparently the most important thing. Put the bay leaf in there. Put pressure high. Sorry here. This one you have to do this 60 minutes. And then it's going to naturally pressurize. And so in about an hour, this will be done, and it's going to naturally depressurize, and then we'll strain it, and we will have homemade chicken bone broth. So I'll see you guys in about an hour. Okay. So this cooked for an hour in the Instant Pot, and then we let it naturally depressurize, and it actually was for about 30 minutes or so. So naturally depressurizing just means instead of popping this to vent, if you could see here where the steam comes out, you just let it slowly release the pressure on its own. That just allows the flavors to get even deeper. It's kind of like a set it and forget it kind of idea. So, and it smells amazing. So you can see here, I'll get all of this flavor. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna strain it. That's kind of hot, so let me and I'll show you guys. Normally you would use a cheesecloth. I don't happen to have any cheesecloth, so this, let me turn on this light for you guys because it's now dark. So this is just a regular thin dish towel, which works just fine. It's been clean, it's sanitized, it's sanitary. And then I have a pot to catch everything from, and then this strainer. Okay, so I'm gonna pour everything through here so it gets all the bits, because I don't want little bits of bone to go through my strainer. If you happen to have a fine mesh strainer, that works well too. Oh, allergy season. Excuse me. Okay, I'm gonna pick this up. Not drop it everywhere. And just smells amazing. And this you could save and reuse it if you want and add it to your next stock. But I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this away because there are little bits of bones in here. There would be no point in me giving this to the dogs. Trying to just get all the good stuff here, or trying to use this in a soup. And then this towel I could just throw in the wash. You just kind of pick this up like this. It's the idea behind the cheesecloth. And this is hot, so I can't really wring this out. I try, but just hold that and let it strain. But I can just tell this is just gonna have some amazing flavor. I'll just put that over there and lift this up. And I'll bring this over here. And I already have my mason jars. These you could get at any grocery store. I actually got a pack of 12 for $15 at the grocery store. You can also find these on Amazon. And these are, I don't remember how many quarts these are, but you can find different sizes, and these also freeze really well. The other thing you could do with stock is you can also put it into cube trays. You could get a wide variety of different sizes, and then you could put them in like ice cubes, and that way you have stock handy if you need it for gravies and for soups. But I like to just put them in the mason jars, and then I have an extra freezer out in the garage, and that way I can freeze it, and then I can just pull it out and let it defrost on my counter, as well as I can easily have one in the fridge that I would use to sip on, because like I said, these are great to boost your immunity. So I'm just gonna fill these jars, and I'll show you really quick, but like, you always wanna sanitize these. And these ones are really cute because you can actually put the date, and that's the other thing. In the fridge, like I said before, about 1 week. In the freezer, it'll last as long as you want, but if you're gonna put it in the freezer, just make sure you identify which type of broth it is. You can write it on here. I also have really cute labels I've gotten. Get these things on Amazon. I can put the links if you would, I'll put the links and some cute chalk. You can put cute little designs and just fill up your mason jar. And I should get about 3 of these full. And I will have chicken stock or chicken bone broth for the next couple months. And it took me about an hour, about 30 minutes of prep time and an hour of cooking. Okay, so let me know if you try this. Please like and subscribe my YouTube page. Check out all my recipes, my clean recipes over on my website at lucymitchell.com. And I will see you next time for a beef bone broth.